All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly team passion call. We is small but mighty. So thank you, ladies, for always joining me. So I'm not talking to myself because that's no fun. So tonight I want to play the mindset video from the 6-part Melanie Mitro and Trina Gray series. It's only about 10 minutes. So I'm going to start with that. And then I kind of want to continue that chat on mindset and how that is truly a huge part of our success in the business. So let's start with that. My home screen is getting a little full there. All right. Let me hit this and then
if you want to grow a business that you are proud of, you have to have a mindset that matches it. Let me give you 3 quick reasons to tell you why your mindset matters as a body business partner. Number 1, quite simply, you can't outwork bad thoughts. I know you've heard that in a different context. You can't outwork a bad diet, but in this business, as a partner, as a leader, you can't outwork bad thoughts. If you're always criticizing yourself, if you're always listening to judgment, if you're always listening to critique, if you're making up worry, you can't outwork that stuff. You can't outwork bad thoughts. So let's work on having good thoughts. Number 2, your business can only grow as much as you personally grow. Are you willing to let go of resentments? Are you willing to let go of frustrations? Are you willing to be kinder, gentler, more competent, more confident, and calmer? These are all the things that can move you forward when you grow yourself as a human, when you grow yourself as a leader, and you learn to listen and you learn to help, you will grow your business. And number 3, your mindset matters because I can tell you hands down, having been around the block in this business and built a team, my business and yours is built in my bookshelf. What do I mean by that? I mean that you have to adopt healthier, positive, resilient thoughts. And those often need to come from other people who wrote them and thought them first. My business and yours is built in a bookshelf. Whether you need to let go of perfectionism, or you need to work on forgiveness, or you need to work on self-love, your business is built in your bookshelf. When you get yourself in a healthy place of thinking, you get yourself in a healthy place of inviting and of growing. So what is the mindset of a successful body partner? I can tell you there's 4 things that I think of. You have to be coachable. You got to put your ego aside. You have to decide that maybe you've been in finance, or you've been a teacher, or you've been in healthcare, or you've been a dental assistant, or anything else. Maybe you haven't owned a body business before, and someone else wants to help you. They want to help you with your social media, with your invitations. They want to help you get started. Be coachable. Be willing to learn. Number 2, you got to be willing to move through failure. People are going to say no. People are going to walk away. People are going to quit. You're going to miss a goal. And guess what? The world doesn't end. You just simply move through failure, move through struggle more quickly. You look at it, you own it, and you move forward. Number 3, a healthy mindset of a partner includes being disciplined. I know you've heard this before. You can't always be motivated. I'm not always motivated at 6 o'clock on a Thursday night, or I'm not motivated at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning, but I'm disciplined. And I believe in this business, and I believe in my worth, and I'm going to do the work. You must be disciplined more than motivated. And number 4, the mindset of a successful partner is staying inspired. How do you stay inspired? You continue to set new goals, new achievements, new desires for your family and your lifestyle. We earn this income by helping other people. We talked all about that in income. But at the end of the day, we do it to also improve our own lives. Stay inspired. What do you dream about? What do you want? Go after that. I often say on the team that the work itself is pretty easy. What we do is fun. We help people work out. We help people find nutrition programs. We help people blend a shake they love. We help people set up their own business. We help people earn income for their family. These are all really positive, good things. So if the work is easy, what part of this is hard? I would tell you that what's hard are the feelings. What's hard are the emotions, the roller coaster that you're going to go through. When the family member makes the offhanded comment, when your friend makes the critique, when the person you thought for sure would work with you says no, when the person on social media rolls their eyes at what you're doing, those things can hurt if you let them, or you can decide that they don't matter to you. What matters to you is building a business and helping real people. The work is easy. Don't make it harder than it is. We help people get healthy. We help people set up businesses. We do both. What's hard are the feelings and the emotions. So maybe just me sharing that with you allows you to kind of breathe deeper and say, when it happens, I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to feel rejection forever. I'm going to move through it. So what are your limiting beliefs? Sometimes we say, what are the stories you keep telling yourself? You don't have enough social media followers. You don't have enough experience. You're not fit enough. You don't have enough time. You don't have the experience. You don't have the same before and after as somebody else. You don't have kids yet. You have kids yet. Man, we can make up all of our own self-limiting beliefs. We're not inspiring enough. We're not a good enough leader. And you can tell yourself those stories until you decide to stop listening to those limiting beliefs, until you decide that you're worthy right now of success. And you're going to look for your slight edge, which, hint, is a really good book. What's your edge in life? Are you really efficient? Are you funny? Are you inspiring? Are you really great at work ethic? Do you really care about other people? Are you empathetic? What is your edge? I bet it's so much stronger than whatever limiting belief is holding you back. Let me give you one quick example. My limiting belief for the first year or so in this business was, I'm too busy. I don't have enough time. Successful coaches have more time. Then I decided I can't change time. I can't remove all these other roles from my life. I couldn't literally physically change my calendar, but I could become more efficient. I could stop overthinking. I could stop being a perfectionist. I could just put myself out there. I could take what we call imperfect action. And that was my ability. My slight edge was stronger than my limiting belief. Let me share with you what I think some mindset hazards are that you might encounter as a body partner. The scarcity mindset, the feeling that success is limited to a few, that you started too late, that everybody's already been invited, that everybody already has fitness, people already have a body partner, nobody wants what you have. Scarcity mindset is such a fraud. What's the truth? That success is plentiful. It is all around you and it is yours for the taking. Everybody needs help in some way with their fitness, with their nutrition, with their finances of their family, with their friendships, with their support. We have solutions for people. Success is unlimited. Success is wide open. Scarcity is a fraud. What's another mindset hazard that you might encounter on this journey? This thing called comparison. This idea that he has a better body, she has more followers, he has more support in his family, she has cuter kids, he has a better weight loss story, and the list goes on. Those comparisons do nothing to move your own business forward. In fact, they stall your journey. So instead of looking at comparison, I invite you to consider this idea of healthy competition. And I learned that phrase from Erin King's book, You Are Kind of a Big Deal. In there, she says, trade in comparison. He has this, she has this, I don't have this, with healthy competition. I love what they're creating. I want to go create that. I'm excited for her success. I want to go create that success for myself. Healthy competition helps us take action. Comparison holds us back. And finally, and mindset, of course, is this vital behavior of personal growth and development. It's got to become as normal as your workouts, your shake, your water, your sleep. Personal development allows us to be the person we need to be in order to have the business we want to have. Step into him, step into her now. I'm going to offer a few of my favorite personal development books. And I know you can ask your sponsor, your mentor, or your team for so many other recommendations. A podcast I enjoy is called The Life Coach School Podcast by Brooke Castillo. My friend Ashley recommended it years ago. It's been so helpful for me to get over jealousy or frustration or resentment. It's allowed me to step into being a better leader. The book, 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth. The book, The Compound Effect, shows the possibility of success. The Slight Edge, You're Kind of a Big Deal. Daring Greatly. Those are some of my favorite personal development books and audios, and I encourage you to dive into them because your business is built on your bookshelf and you have the ability to have the mindset of a successful partner.
Okay. Pretty sure that was my favorite of all the 6 videos. Like the 6 parts to that, like that was amazing. I am gonna go watch that again and take all the notes and you like, whoa. Like
Yeah,
it's
I started taking notes like I kind of typically do. And then I'm like, hold on, this is being recorded. I'm going to come back to this. So I'm just going to sit back and listen more. And then I'm going to come back and take notes because
yeah.
that might drop
Yeah,
into today's national wake up call was freaking fabulous.
That was yeah. So part of tonight's idea for this call was partially the national wake up call and then partially Keith's video this morning in the Live to Lead community. So he's been going live pretty much, I think, daily in the morning right after his workout. And it's called Power versus Force. So he only does like a 7 to 8 minute video. I was listening on the ride, bringing Ella to school. I just kind of put it on and I could hear it through the Bluetooth. Because typically when someone goes live in a group like that, you don't have to watch them. So you can just kind of hear it. But he talked about power versus force. And I was like, oh, this is so true. So when you're working your business through power, he talks about how it's kind of like you're leaving it up to your higher self, whatever you might believe in, the universe. Like you're so in tune with the power of everything that's out there. Like your confidence is built. You're like, I can do this. This is amazing. I can do all things. And you're feeling that inner power. And then the force piece of it is, I need to do this. I need to make more money. I need this for my family. And it feels forced, which never really comes out with success. And I have been in that spot very recently, like, I need to make more money. What is happening? Right. And I was like, and a couple of weeks ago so I've never had the moment that I had before, like I did a couple of weeks ago when I meditated and Justin went through all the questions of what my recommitment was going to be. And I was meditating on it and I was listening to all of his words and I had my eyes closed and immediately my thoughts went to, well, I need this business to work. I need, so it was forced. Right. And I was listening to that. And then all of a sudden I was like he was like, breathe in and out. And I was like, I need to recommit to my personal growth plan and the rest falls into place. And for 13 years, that has always been true. It has always been true. It has never not worked. And so today in the business activity tracker, I write on the bottom what I did for personal development. And it was Keith's video. I watched a Leadership Academy video with Trina Gray. The national wake up call, the team call, knowing I was doing this tonight. And I read a chapter in a book. Like, so I mean, it was 5 form. I didn't even get to growth day today, which I was like, it was 5 forms of personal development that I did today that I made a priority, and I sent a share cart out. Like I didn't talk, like it just because I'm confident, I'm doing all the things, and success is plentiful, right? I love when she said that. And so that we don't, the force is when we have those fears that we can't be successful because this and this and this and those limiting beliefs. And so we've got to tap more into the power side of it. So go listen to him. He says it better, but go listen to that in the Live to Lead, and just make sure your notifications are on for that group, because he does go live pretty much every morning after his workout. It's around 8 a.m. And it's a quick video that you can listen to. He always has some really, great things to say. So those are kind of my thoughts on everything and on mindset, and truly it makes all the difference, right? And so I'm excited to go back over that video. Even if you don't want to watch this team call, if you Google or search in our Team Passion Partners page 6-part training, the link will come up to Vimeo, and so you could just watch that without having to go through all this to rewatch that. The link is there in the search feature. That's how I got to it. So anybody else? So Becky, I know you have a powerful personal development story. So is this just reminding you?
It is. So, wake up call. I was busy in the kitchen baking today, and I was like, I'm gonna dive back in. So I got my laptop down, this national wake up call going. I'm like, just gonna listen to this. I'll come back, like I said, because I like to listen and then go back and do notes. I couldn't help myself but stopping and taking notes. So I was like doing it on my Evernote on the computer at the same time. And let me just go look at it real quick. So just was typing her name, and then the color wheel link was interesting. And then when she said she loves ET, I was like, ooh. So listening a little bit more, talking about the morning process, and no better feeling than doing what you said you wanted to do. So that going through my head all day has prompted a post that I'm gonna throw together, and it's a little title, Line in the Sand. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'll let you know when I post it.
Okay.
But like even 10.5 years later, saying I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and it just continued to be a hobby. Getting like this, I know this is still what I want to do. So and then another thing she said, because I kick myself all the time, because again, 10.5 years in, and I'm nowhere near where I would like to be in his time. Again, she's spiritual, so hearing that, and yeah.
And I always like to remind people who are still here 10.5 years later, there's a reason why you're still here, right? Like there's a power that is higher than all of us, that is that's making the calls. Like it's
Yeah.
making the choice for you. And so that's what we have to remember. And yes, just like our fitness journey, just like our nutrition journey, like for me, my nutrition journey 13 years later, I'm like, damn it, when will I figure this out? Right. And like, so that's my like, come on. And so I hear you in that sense, but I'm still here trying the programs, trying this new one out. Maybe right? 4-week up protocol seems to be the answer right now, so yeah, there's something up higher than us that's at work, whatever we may believe in, just the universe, whatever, that it is absolutely, yeah. Awesome. That was so good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I hadn't listened to that at all.
Neither do I. You know how I feel about national wake up calls. They're usually boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My couple of extra notes that I had taken right after that was we get to do this, and that get to do this, and that was in caps. And then just the challenge, the 28-day action challenge. I still have yet to finish it, so I'm going to take care of that. And again, that just, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
why don't you post in the Team Passion Partners page and be like, did anyone start the 28-day action plan and never finish it? Would someone like to buddy up and be my accountability partner and do the 28 action?
Bex,
Why can't I say 28-day action plan fast?
Tongue twister. Yes,
yeah.
I know definitely Kelly needs to as well. So
Yeah,
I didn't finish it either.
we'll
Yeah.
see
So
who
sorry,
else
I
needs
didn't
to
finish
do
it.
it.
Yeah, and just
Yeah,
start a
I
little
was-
chat thread, and then every
Yeah.
day
I
just
actually-
tell each other. Yeah.
Another
I
form of
actually have-
positivity can be great.
I mean, I had told Becky this, I think it was about a week ago. Kevin Shaw reached out to me in an email and I didn't respond. I read it and I didn't respond. And it's because it was point blank asking me, you know, you said this on this date that this is what you wanted. Is this really what you want? And I had to think about it. Because I've really been wondering, wait, sorry, my cat life, my animal life.
Hey, bud.
But I have been really kind of just wondering because I do feel pulled to work with students or adults with disabilities. But then I was like, but this could help that. You know, it's not either or.
Right.
It's not one or the other. And so when she was saying about you don't have enough time, you know, you're not always going to be motivated. Like the discipline is what gets me because the motivation, I mean, motivation doesn't get me up to work out either. It's the discipline, right? And I know I can't set regular hours because my life will not work like that. And then what happens if I miss those hours and I feel bad about it and I feel guilty and then I don't do it because I feel bad about it. It's that vicious cycle. So like, I just have to like tell myself I'll do 2 hours, 5 days a week and figure out where I do those 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was actually easier to do pockets of time when I was working.
Yeah.
Because I just be like, okay, I'm on my phone. Now, like part of my work day, like when I work with Shay is I don't have my phone out much other than to take pictures of what we're doing. Because I feel like they're paying me a lot of money. You know, it's $25 an hour. So it's not, you know, it's good money for what I'm doing. So I feel like they're paying me to actually spend that time with her and not be on my phone.
Yep.
You know, so some ways it was easier, but I don't know. I was thinking about it too when I was outside taking Maverick out. When you think about some of the things the business brings to you, right? Or being on this journey does. I'll send you guys pictures of it. But I wore a costume tonight. I wouldn't have had the confidence to pull off a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wouldn't have had that confidence.
Yep.
And I know I look good, you know, and I was the sexy witch.
Mhm.
You know, and I know I pulled it off.
That's awesome.
Few years ago, I wouldn't have had that confidence to pull that dress off. I would have been like, no way am I wearing that.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple things as you were talking. So Trina Gray she owns a gym and has since she started this business. She owned the gym before she started this business. So yeah, she does both. Like it's absolutely, it doesn't have to be one or the other. And then there's been a lot of talk in the body partner page. I love that they said on the National Wake Up Call that they're moving that to the body partner page because I had to pause and think today where I was going to watch the National Wake Up Call because I'm like, isn't everything on the app? And then it popped up as a Facebook thing. And so when Keyshawn said today, we're moving it to the app, I was like, oh, good. Cause I just want everything over there. Like I like seeing the notification and someone's going live. So I love it. I love that they're doing this.
Yeah.
But a lot of the content has been, be honest with yourself. Is this still what you truly want? Is this what you want to do? Like, and so a lot of that discussion has absolutely been happening. So you're not alone to think that you had to pause and be like, is this still what I want? Like that's been the discussion, and that's been like, just ask yourself. Keith, I think, even mentioned it, like, just be honest with yourself. Is this still truly what you want? And so I love that, like, that you're sitting down with yourself and being like, okay, yes, because this could lead to this confidence, community, new friends, like a longer, healthier life, like so many things that we don't think this is as powerful as it is, right? Until we are dressed as a sexy witch and we're like, shit, that just happened. Like, right? Like, wait, okay. And some people even have had the courage to, by all of the personal development, have had the courage to go after dreams or leave a toxic job or do those things that they never, or leave a toxic relationship. Like, I'll never forget when I first started Beachbody in the first few years, Mark and I was like, why is everybody divorcing around us? Like, it was like everybody was getting divorces. And I'm like, what is happening? There's some weird Beachbody mojo. But one partner was growing and one wasn't.
The other one wasn't.
Or one partner was settling and then was like, shoot, I'm better than this. I don't know what I've been hanging on to, so yeah, this we do have to think that big picture, like this opportunity, whether it's a business, whether it's a fitness, whether it's a nutrition, whether it's the supplements, whatever, opens some doors that never would have opened before. So yeah. Yeah,
I think that's like definitely true. And then, the friendships and the connections that you make that you never would have made.
Yeah.
I never would have known any of you.
Right.
We just would have never connected.
Right.
And
that's sad to think. Like, that makes me sad to think. So there are other people out there in this world that haven't joined our team yet, and I'm sad for them because they don't get us.
And the funny thing is that you guys are probably my closest friends more than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really have a lot, like, the friends I used to be friends with in like school, stuff like that, we've drifted, and now I feel like you guys are the closest friends that I have.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy how it all works out like that. Yeah. Yep. So awesome. Anything else? Any other aha moments we want to share? I think that was, it's good stuff. Like, I feel like I want to listen to that every morning as the start of my personal development. Like, it's a quick 10 minutes. Like, and just be like, okay, yeah, you're right. No. And one of my limiting beliefs for years was self-worth. I've shared it before. Like, it just, throughout it started so early in my childhood where I felt like other things and other people were being chosen over me, and I didn't understand why as a child. And so that was like so ingrained in me so early. Am I not good enough? And it wasn't even like, no one ever said to me, you're not good enough. But in my brain, I was like,
in your brain,
what's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? What's wrong with me? Why are you choosing him over me? Like, what did I do? Right. And so it took some years of therapy to get through that and over that, and years of personal development. But yeah. And then the comparison game hit. I had some comparison to those that were rising to the top. And I was like, I was doing great and coming right along, but I was like, oh, why isn't this happening as fast as them? Like, and so I did some therapy through that too. So I loved all that because it brought it all right back. I do have limiting beliefs, not like now I have different limiting beliefs. Now my new limiting belief is, can I do this again? Like I did the first 5 years in this business. And so working through that, and then the comparison, I've finally let that go. So that's not a thing, but I loved that whole segment about healthy competition, and I started writing notes, but I didn't finish. So yeah.
That's funny to me, because when she was talking about that, I was like I don't really I don't think I compare myself to others. And sometimes I look at like the things that my brother has and I'm like, oh, I really like those things. But I never am like jealous of him. I just literally sometimes just look at it and go, okay, how could I get that?
Yeah.
You know, how could I get that thing? Because we'll figure it like this. People have things, they're working their butt off for it, right? But also, you know, too, by the same token, my brother is like, I wish I had for 1 second what you and Don had because he does not have that with his wife. And I'm like, yeah, I wish that for you too, because you could see that it would be so much better for you,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
But you know, I look at the things he has and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind having those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing we have to just say, why not me? Right. And I think that's the big theme through all these trainings too. The people who are speaking on these trainings are like, I finally looked in the mirror and said, I can do that too. Why not me? I can do that. They're no different than me. And it's so true. They just took that belief and that mindset and ran with it and that became what they studied. Like your mindset is your bookshelf. Like what? Yes. Like and I love that because I'm reliving it again through the past 2 weeks of really recommitting to my personal growth plan. I'm like, yes. And it makes everything else so much easier. It makes Success Club easier. It makes like I'm just like, oh, I sold something today. Like I didn't even try. Like, but it's because I'm tapping into my power versus forcing it and just doing the things to do the things. I'm not just doing the things to do the things. I'm like tapping into my power through my personal growth plan. So yeah, love it. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for hopping on, and I hope
Thank
everyone.
you for
Yeah,
always doing this.
of course. Yep, we're gonna keep this consistency up. And then a reminder that Keith's and Bob's call is on Wednesday nights at 8:30. And remember, this Wednesday night we are doing a business opportunity Zoom right on this Zoom, October 18th, at 7:30. So we'll do this Zoom, and then we'll take a little break, and then hop over on Keith and Bob's call at 8:30. So, all right. Have a wonderful night.
You too. See you in the morning.
Bye.